Stream now. This is the time slot where yesterday my internet started not being able to take streaming. So there is a chance that it could go badly again today. For now, we seem to have a good connection. Not sure what that was due to. Maybe there was just a lot of traffic on the internet in my area. Normally, doesn't matter whether it's you know evening or morning streams. Either way, normally we're fine with the internet connection. I think it might have been because it was the first day of the World Cup and there was a lot of people watching. There was a couple of good games on as well. We'll see if today is similar or not. I'm hoping they're going to be able to do a bit better. My OBS says that we're okay. My Twitch says that it's not going too well. We'll see how that develops. But it's not looking as bad as yesterday where the video kept on buffering. And another thing, I think I finally gotten the donation thing to work. You can see it here. If anyone wants to find it, it's linked on my Twitter, it's linked on my Twitch, it's linked on my YouTube. I have the €5 spent here. We have a goal of 750. Don't worry, most of that is going to be by me, but if anyone's willing to donate any small amount, it would be muchly appreciated. I have just donated €50, however, because the PayPal account I set up is new, like the one to receive it, it takes about 24 hours to kind of get the money through. I think to begin with, so that's going to be a bit frustrating, but hopefully it'll show up tomorrow. So we'll put a bit more focus on that tomorrow. This is just what it's looking like for now. Goal 750. We're not quite there, but quite there yet, but it's going to get better and better. So yeah, that's that out of the way. And again, this is the third stream of the day in our Boycott World Cup 2023 series, where I try to stream every time a World Cup match is live. Bitrate is continuing to set to be not too high. The live is unstable, but my OBS says it's fine, so I think we're good with the connection for now. So I just say, without any further ado, we're gonna go through and advance. In terms of what I did since the last stream, I just also like checked these emails. Didn't go through the press conference. I just sent my assistant. I don't think following that much we need to make any changes around this. That anyone we want to take out of the team or bring into the team, or we swapped out Ben Mitchell for Jack Graham. Ben Mitchell has been the slightly better player, arguably, for us, but Jack Graham just played because we need some more physical presence. And for the next match, we'll swap that out again. We have a bit of a selection headache now with Tom Hegan playing so well in goal the last two cup games, and Jamie Massey dropping off a little bit. But again, we'll keep on giving Tom Hegan the important latter stage cup fixtures and letting the youngster progress by a match time in the league where the fixtures aren't as important, at least for the moment. There might become that if we continue our good run, even though we just had our first defeat in our last league fixture away against the before the game 11th place team. But we will see how it goes. Recruitment focuses. There's one in progress for a winger on the right. Fantastic. Can we see him? Mickey Withers. He's left-footed. Interesting. Not sure if we're ready for an inverted winger at this level of football yet. So it continues to say unstable, but the video at least is not buffering. So whilst I think it's not ideal, I think we should be good for the stream now. Again, we will keep an eye on it. To get rid of my tea bag, I don't want to leave the room, so I just put it on a set of tissue. I hope it doesn't make everything dirty. Transfer of Kobe Hunter to Crumlin Star from P.S.N.I has gone through. This was like our fourth choice left back, who is going to leave to join his new club on the 9th of June. That's absolutely fine by us. Good riddance, to be honest. He's set to be a star player for them, which is good for him. He would never have gone anywhere near that for us. They're playing in the NAFL Premier Division. No idea where it is. Signs another amateur contract there, but getting to football, that's fine. And we have an assistant manager for the B team now. Now, we're hoping that he can help out our manager for the B team, because if we have a look, he needs all the help he can get. He's got one motivating, one people management, and one tactical knowledge, which are kind of, I would argue, the most important attributes for this role. And he's got a one in all of them. So we'll see what is our assistant manager, Niall Johnston, saying. who's got a contract until next year and is going to get a wage rise if we get promoted, which is not good news if you ask me. God. Are you kidding me? This can't be the best guys you find, because they're terrible. One in people management, one in judging playability and potential. But and he has got a 6 in motivating and 2 in tactical knowledge, so he can help our man a little bit. But this is dreadful. Well, welcome to the club, Mr. Niall Johnston. Anything interesting about you? Second nationality of Irish. Like almost everyone here. Lil Poik back in the chat after I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, I'm all good. Yes, thank you very much. How are you doing? I'm not sure when's the last time you've been around, but we have left Sweden. We have been sacked there because we got relegated in the 8 matches we spent there. Like, we took it to the final day. We gave it a good account of ourselves, but the challenge was just too big to begin with. So there was always a good chance that we would fail there. Then we spent 2 months without a job before the police service of Northern Ireland, which I'm still so happy that we landed here, offered us a job in the third tier of Northern Irish football. They were fighting against relegation when we did the job interview. Then they got themselves out of trouble with the interim manager. Still gave us the job, and now the only way is up, I'd say. We have done very well here. If you look at the schedule, recently got our first defeat, but before that have been on a 5 straight win run. We joined here with the game against Armagh as a first match, and yeah, it's just been going swimmingly, and we're looking up the league. We're in the semi-final of a cup, which involves teams of our league at the highest. So it's been a good fun run. All good with me. Just gonna play some FM. How is the save going? Save's going really well. I was really disappointed that we had to leave Bannersporks in Sweden. I was loving my time there, but obviously they got relegated out of the playable leagues. So even if the club would have wanted to keep me, which they never made any sounds of them doing, we couldn't have stayed. So we just had to deal with that. And yeah, I mean, we moved on. We found a good new challenge, and we're trying to battle through here now. We're not going to do any individual training yet. We'll start doing that once the players start liking us. Even though they have stopped, because like when you go into the screen of seeing which players oppose you and which players support you, no one opposes me anymore except for Mark Whitfield a little bit. There's some negative influence on the character of Jordan Diamond. I don't like seeing that. Yeah, none of the players support me yet. So I don't want to put any training on them yet if they are going to be complaining about it, if that's going to have a negative effect on morale, because morale, I think, is a big part of why we've been doing so well. It's not necessarily that the team is of such good quality. As Nicholas Tarkington becomes an influential player, that's very nice. What's your FM save right now, Lil Poik? I hope. By the way, if anyone ever has any complaints about how I say their name, please just write in the chat if you want me to say it differently. I just kind of make it up in my head how you'd like to. Yeah, we joined mid-season. Basically, we joined mid-season. Our Swedish side, Bannersporks, and then we kind of had to go there. But because Swedish league season is like a calendar year season, so it ended in November, we got to join a new club in the middle of this first season still. So it's basically still the first season of the save. We're like 8-9 games into a 10-year here, I think. So we're ending the staff meeting here. No real major takeaways from that, but thank you for your time. And yeah, so we've got 3 league matches to kind of see if we are going to be in a promotion push, a very unlikely one for that promotion playoff spot in this league season, and if we're going to remain in the top of the league or going to have to go down to the relegation group. That's still up for debate as well. As with 3 games to go, we are sitting 2 points within the top half and 5 points behind the second place team who got that promotion playoff spot. We don't have any hopes of getting into first. We're 11 points behind with a total of, what is that, 3 and 5, 8 games to go. That's not going to happen. Little Fox is currently doing a Journeyman as well, until I find a club I really want to do a long-term save with. Hey, maybe you just landed one of the clubs on your Journeyman where you just want to get stuck in with it. Where are you currently at in your Journeyman team? Let us continue on through here. Chibos faces an injury headache. Oh, that's tricky for him. Actually, I didn't look. Let's have a quick look what who won the World Cup in this simulation, this save. World Cup competition. Holland, fantastic! Oh, they beat France in the final on penalties. Finally, the Dutch won the World Cup. I've been hoping and praying for them for so long. Can we not have like a? I would like to do the Spain got the third place. France knocked out Brazil. Holland got through an extra time. England making it to the quarterfinals, as did Germany, and Portugal, and Argentina. That's a quick review of the World Cup. Holland, yeah, interesting. Like in real life, they didn't start well, did they? But you know, even though I'm not following the World Cup this year, I am keeping my fingers crossed for Holland. I think they would have absolutely deserved it. You know, there's going to be the case that you find a club in your journeyman. I guess that's what you're replying to. I'm currently in my second season in Wales in Swansea University. Won the second Div League first season and now leading the first division after 9 games. Wow, that's fantastic. So ahead of the New Saints, that's incredible. Well, good luck keeping that going. Hopefully you can win an unlikely title. Thing with Wales though, I think it's a very fun time to manage in Wales, as we're going to be away against the cup draw. I overlooked it. I should have gone view draw. Anyways, we've got another tricky away tie against the team in our league in the cup semi-final against Tobermoor United. The other semi-final sees Belfast East face off against Limavady United. East Belfast are going to be at home, and they have absolutely smashed it in the cup this season. 9-0 win against Barn United and 5-0 win against Wellington Record. But they are still an amateur lower league side, so it should be fine. They also beat Croxton Youth 3-0. So yeah, they only went out like on penalties away from home against Bangor in the Seals and Sun Cup. I'm scared that they just have a stacked team for no particular reason. I'm really scared. We should scout them, shouldn't we? Do you think our scouting team would do anything relevant with that? Do you know what? I'll just tell them to. Okay, they're out of our region. Oh, forget about it then. TNS dropped off. Yeah, TNS is 1 point behind, and I can just sign free agents. Oh my god, the pressure! You're still an amateur club in the first division of Welsh football. Yeah, no, the thing what I was going to say is Wales is really satisfying in a fun league, especially if you manage to kind of turn your amateur club into a semi-professional club. That's a huge achievement. But the way to get there is just so long, isn't it? So we're going to have the cup tie on Tuesday after a weekend league fixture, the last like regular season league fixture. Hopefully that's not going to mean much, so we can rotate a couple of our players so we're ready for the cup semi-final. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. So eventually you just get stuck in Wales. Like once you're established as a first, I guess, the main team. So I don't know what you're thinking. Maybe you're thinking very differently than me, but it sounds like a really fun challenge, and I really hope that you're going to be able to pull it off and beat the New Saints as an amateur team to the title. But overall, it's probably not going to be the best long-term project. If it is, then it's so satisfying once you get there. You're making them semi-professional and turning them professional by getting further in Europe. But that is a lot of hard work, I think. You do get qualification spots for Europe in Wales, don't you? There's not like a ruling because there's Welsh team in England that they don't. No, New Saints get into early qualifying every year, don't they? We also had a couple of job offers in Wales before we took the Northern Ireland job, but like the job here in Northern Ireland. But like when we got that opportunity, obviously we had to. Yeah, there's like the top 3 teams. So the New Saints are already confirmed champions here for a long time. Championship okay, so top 3 going to the Championship Conference. First gets a Champions League Champions path, first qualifying round of the Champions League. That's a long way to go still. Second gets a Europa Conference League first qualifying round. As does the third. As I would presume, these people playing for the European playoffs also get like one of those spots, depending on the cup winner, something like that. It's insane that people that have played in League One in England that just got released want to join us with no money. That is really odd, to be fair. They played in League One. Like, I understand the temptation of being in a title fight in Wales, but if you're not getting any money all of a sudden, after because in League One, you know, they're gonna earn a good wage check. Um, I don't know. I don't want to be too critical of the game, but so long as they haven't been out of a job for like 2 or 3 months and haven't been getting in any offers, it's a bit unrealistic that they would do that, to be honest. But it's good for you. Sounds like you're building a pretty decent quality level team then. So it's not just a good run of form. It's actually quality in your squad that's taken you so far, I guess. P.S.N.I favorites for Banbridge Clash. Yeah, we are. Banbridge is in 10th in the league, but not on too bad a run lately. They've won 2 of the last 5 matches. 7 points out of those. That's okay. We're going to send our assistant to the press conference with Mr. Neil Stewart. I love that they don't have a contract, and as soon as some players get mad because they don't play enough games, I can just release them. Yeah, but actually I did that today with Henry Kappa. I just like plainly got rid of him. Let's have a look if we can still find it in there. Yeah, so Kappa absent from training because he was unhappy that I wasn't playing him enough. Kappa given free transfer, and also he accepted his fine 3 minutes after that for not showing up for training. It's a wonderful commodity to have. Like, we are professional, but most players are still here on an amateur contract or a non-contract. And both of these, obviously, you can cancel as soon as you want. Okay. Training week in review. I think we'll have to wait another week because we just praised the players for the training. But it's been going really well overall. Like, except for Christopher Watts, everyone is in the green for training performances. It's wonderful to see. Hopefully we can keep that up. Let's keep progressing here. Yeah, most of them played in League 1, League 2, and haven't got a club for a couple of months. Yeah, see, if they haven't got a club for a couple of months, especially considering it's just amateur contracts, sorry about this. I actually wouldn't consider it too unrealistic that they join you then. Because when you think about it, you know, that they're going to have some competitive football, a stage to show their skill, and, you know, either they like it there and maybe you offer them a part-time contract once you turn part-time, or otherwise it's going to be an opportunity to kind of have something on their resume so that they can go to the next club and maybe get a good paycheck there again. Just signed Tyler Walker, who was for Coventry striker in a championship and played 40 games. That's mad. Let's see if we even have him. I don't think we have that many players from England loaded. Tyler Walker, player. Yeah, Coventry striker. He looks saucy. 11 to 6 in acceleration, 84 in strength. These are the kind of players I long for at this level. My God. Let's see how he's doing this season. 35 appearances, 2 goals. I would argue that's not the best for a striker. But that's a very good pickup. Look at that. He was on 6.5 thousand euros a week before you picked him up. That, okay, maybe it is a bit unrealistic still. Depends on how long they stick around, obviously. There's probably going to be interest coming in for them, and then good for them. That's, of course, the other negative side of being an amateur side. Whenever anyone wants to leave, they just go. We had that with our Polish right winger. He got an offer to play for money because he had an amateur contract here from Poland. We couldn't match anywhere near that amount. And he was just off, and it was outside of the transfer window. We couldn't replace him. All very frustrating. Let us save the game. There's season 1, stream number 11. Before we forget to do that, and something happens in this game. Internet connection seems to be holding up very nicely. That's very good. Yesterday we had problems in this time slot. Hopefully it'll be the same throughout the stream and also later today. We do our late stream. I forgot. I wanted to set up Mr. Worry as a defensive midfielder. Why is he training as centre mid on support? Is that why he's not been learning the position? Maybe it is. I thought he's not been getting used to the position because it's just a tricky position to get used to. Maybe that's the reason. Either way, we'll try him as a DM and on defend. Might as well. We can take Cochrane off position then because position we'll be playing there anyways. We've got a week's rest after this game, so we can just go full strength. So this is exactly what we will be doing. J.K. Moore, Tumulty, Bradley up our standard forward line. Turkington supporting on the left. Johnny Wilson in midfield. William Rory behind him. Nathan Riddle in left back. Ferguson, Mitchell, Craig Bryars, and Jamie Massey in goal. I would say without any further ado, we can jump straight into the match. 4 substitute, too many, that's okay. Everyone very happy with how we set up the team nowadays. Fantastic news. Let's see what we can do against Banbridge Town at home against 10th in the league, where we have slipped up recently against the team from the lower parts of the table. I'll tell the boys that if you carry your last performance in this match, we'll do well, because we just won away from home against Queen's University, so the buffers in the league, in the cup, and that was a very, very good performance. I have the light set up weirdly, don't I? I'm sitting in the shade. Wait, let me try and do it the other way. You can tell me what you like better, boys. Or girls. I think this is better. Maybe I'm wrong, actually. I think this lights my face better. I don't really have a good setup here. I'm sitting in my washing machine room, which is about, I don't know, 1.5 square meters, and it's got a washing machine next to me and the trash bins. You want to win everything in Wales, but I'm also starting to want to move on and go to another country. Hey, just see how this season goes. And if you win the title, then there's not more you can achieve there. That's good, you say. Okay, good. We'll leave it at that then. Yeah, if you win the title, like, yeah, you could win all the cups, but what more are you going to achieve in a short time? And you just get frustrated at TNS maybe overtaking you. And if you don't win the title, then obviously try and go again next season. So long as you still see it as a challenge and it's not kind of a bit of a drag. Let's move it up to positive. Throw some encouragement towards the boys. We want to see a bit more from them. Yeah, if you still see it as a challenge, if you think, you know, it's still going to be a tight race. So long as it's a tight race, it's fun. As a penalty awarded to us, Andrew Ferguson, our centre back, is going to take it. I think it's a fast. Second penalty we've received since we joined the club. Ferguson scored the first one as well. Let's see if he can again. Slots it home. Let's go. Hadn't created anything until that stage, but I don't mind it. We score the one opportunity we do create. 23rd minute, 1-0 up. Wonderful to see. Let's get this victory done, boys. We pull up the league table. I don't know why it always switches back. Yeah, that's a bit frustrating. Johnny Wilson delivers a free kick. Mitchell under it. We clear. Og Gallagher, what a name. Possession for them. I was surrounded by 4 men, but I was able to keep it. That's kind of the setup where I'd like to be able to kind of pull more pressing triggers. You know, like when it's just obvious that you're going to win the ball. If you press him, then you should. When there's so many men around him, but that is what it is. As Jake Moore is in here, can he score? Oh, a good save by Hunter, but it was straight at him, to be fair. Well, it's good movement by our striker. 4 of my starting 11 has just left for English teams. I hate and love this amateur contracts. Yeah, that's just painful. The players you build such a connection with, and you think like, was that? Wait a second. Was that a Rabona switch by Johnny Wilson? Have a look at this. It was. Oh my god. Oh, he's put that kind of power behind it from there. Riddle dribbles in. Shot blocked. He's going to try and deliver. Now plays back to Bryars. Oh, that was very calmly taken around his man. Bryars goes for the shot, goes over. Now that's the evil nature of amateur contracts. You know, you can attract players who, you know, should have no business playing for a club at your level. Then they can just leave anytime they want to, and there's going to be interest when they play well. So I understand that. Maybe you just want to see what you can do this season, and then if the club doesn't turn semi-professional in the summer, what they could. You know, even if you come in second, as we score from the corner. Sorry that I just ignored that. Riddle crosses in, and Jakey Moore gets up for it. Jakey Moore, let's go. He just can't stop scoring. Yeah, Johnny Wilson, what a player. I love Johnny Wilson, mainly because of his name. Because his name are 2 synonyms for penis, and I'm all for it. Mr. Johnny Wilson. So yeah, no, just see what you can do this season. If the club doesn't turn semi-professional, at least in the summer, then just move on. You have shown us enough like quality as a manager that someone who's at least semi-professional is willing to take you on. I'm sure of that. Like I, for one, I didn't have any experience. 5% reputation, which is the lowest you can get, and I got higher percent of original clubs twice already. Riddle delivers forward and had a clear. Ferguson almost won a penalty there. Mitchell is going to deliver. Jakey Moore, almost. Oh, Jakey Moore. He's been on such a good run. I don't know how many goals it's been for the season, but in the last like 5 or 6 or 7 games, it's been like 10 goals, 11. He scored 3 once, he scored 4 once. And yeah, we started out very slowly. Since we switched up to positive, it's been all us, and I like what I'm seeing out there. Actually, perfect. 2-0 up. It's going to push us right on up the table. For once, the defense is having a really good set of average ratings. Don't see that, you know, as a group normally. Normally just individuals doing it. As Nathan Riddle, for once, has got a pass completion ratio over 60%, which you'd hardly ever see, even though he attribute-wise is one of the best in possession we have got. Yeah, I don't see anything I would want to change. Let's get into the dressing room. Tell the boys we're ahead on the scoreboard, and we certainly deserve to be, given how much we've created. So I'm pleased. I'm going to keep on praising the boys until there's a sign of complacency coming through. Until then, I'm just going to keep on praising them. For now, we'll slow the pace down and we'll time waste a little bit, just to make sure we don't get any unnecessary, like let them back in the game unnecessary or get any injuries. As we have an attendance of 110 people, so all the police guys have brought in their family, because obviously we're managing the police service of Northern Ireland. As first side, it's got to fall to us, I guess. Wilson on the ball. Johnny Wilson slots in Jake Moore, but he's offside. Yeah, it's not going to count. Slots it past the keeper, very nice. When is the cup tie? The cup tie is the 4th game of the stream, hopefully. No guarantees that we'll make it there in this stream. Maybe we'll just make it there for the evening stream, which starts at 8. This one finishes at 7. You know, we'll always stream when the World Cup matches are live. But it's in 3 games time, so we're going to look to kind of shoot through the season for now a little bit, the rest of the normal league season, and get to the cup tie, but it might be in the next stream. We'll see. Riddle throws in. Tumulties looked for the cross to the backstick, but Yip can't quite get her. Hunter hunts it down. As Mitchell takes his long ball forward down, and they win it back. As I just remembered, I wanted to order food. I need to remember that after the match. I need to order my food in the meantime, then I have something to eat in my break. As Moore almost took it down, can't quite. And Briars picks up the ball. Oh my god, what happened there? I looked away for a second. Craig Briars picked up the ball, and I think he just played McCavitt in there. That is terrible behavior. We've allowed them a way back into the game where we never should have. Craig Briars, I don't know what he's thinking there. McCavitt just anticipates it, gets the ball, no complaints at any of our defenders. Craig Briars puts his arms up. You can complain at yourself, man. It's no one else's fault but yours. Yeah, we're going to go for slightly lower tempo. Make sure we keep on controlling this game. Nick Turkington hasn't been playing that well, but don't necessarily have a logical substitution for him. So we'll leave things as they are for now. And confirm that change. It's not been looking good from us in the second half, has to be said. Tempted to drop it back to balanced. I think I will. Just to make sure we see this game out. Let me do that now. I'm going to make substitutions. So Turkington is going to come off. We're going to bring Riddle forward and Whitford on. Riddle can play as a winger on support. So we're a bit more conservative down that side. Tony Tumulty can come off, and Jack Owens can show us what he can do in an attacking midfielder spot. And I would like to take Ferguson off, but he's too good a player. We can't really risk it, so we'll leave him out there. I don't know why he always gets so tired. It's very frustrating, to be honest. Let's just keep it calm, boys, and see this victory out. We don't need to do anything drastic. We've not created anything in a while, so let's just keep doing what we're doing. It seems to be working. Ferguson's just on a 6.9 despite scoring that goal. Maybe I should take him off. Or it's life about a little risk. So what's been going on in chat? When is the cup tie? I'm probably gonna leave after the season. I've got 3 coaching badges from the club, as well as my rep has gone up 15%, so I should be able to get a better club. Oh, for sure, 3 coaching badges as well. At least a pro. Are you expecting to get to a pro club? Which tier is your club in? This Northern Irish Police Service site is in the 30, which is the lowest playable league of Northern Ireland. Obviously, I mean, we got a job after our first appointment in football where we got relegated after 8 weeks, so we're not going to look for anything high. Yeah, we're in the 30 of Northern Irish football. We might even have a chance of still getting promoted this season. And might have to wait, though, a year as well. We'll see how it goes. Should we make a substitution? We should, just to kill the clock a bit, shouldn't we? Who's tired? Ben Mitchell is tired. Let's bring Jack Graham. And go for a cautious mentality, just to make sure. And what final substitution is gonna see? Doesn't really matter. Cochrane, come on for Willy Worry. So yeah, looking for at least a pro club after this one. I mean, it's fair enough. I'm sure you're going to get a pro club at some place. You know, if they're struggling with relegation, they're just taking whoever wants to take on the challenge, basically, especially if we come in with a good resume. But I don't have much experience with the Journeyman. Maybe it's a bit harder than I would imagine. Very happy we got the result despite not being at our best, and that's what matters the most. Very well done, boys. Is the quality better in Northern Ireland than your old club? It's a good question. I wouldn't say so. No. I think the players here are quite a bit worse, actually. You know, the quality of the fourth tier of Sweden didn't look too bad, if you ask me. As all that means that Banbridge fall into the bottom place of the league following that win, even though they gave a very good showing of themselves here. Not giving up after being 2-0 down and dominated in the first half. We don't have anyone to praise for that performance in particular. We will criticize Mr. Turkington, though. It's not the first time we've had to do it. We really need to get a better player in down that left-hand side. Like, let's have a look at his profile, actually. Like, he's got 3 off the ball, 3 dribbling, and 4 crossing, and he's our left winger. The only reason he is that is because of his pace. We'll send our assistant to the press conference. Fort William Park plays host to memorable match. Moyola Park failed to win, which sees our gap to the lower half of the table raised to 4 points. So we should be securing a top half spot now. With 2 matches to go for that championship group qualification, which would be lovely. We are 3 points behind second in the league, so that push for promotion is still on. Bangor keep on dropping points as well. So it's not completely out of the question that one of the teams around will be able to catch up with them, but we're not going to rely on that too much. Okay, so 31 points after 20 matches. Let's just move straight on. I really want to get an icon status in the club, so maybe I stay if I can't find a club that I really like the look of. Yeah, icon status feels good, doesn't it? Are you already, what is it, favorite personnel, then it's club legends, and then it's icon, is that it? Okay, no, favorite personnel, then icon status. So you're already on favorite personnel, I'm guessing. And because everyone was done with the club, that it sounds like you should be. In the meantime, will go and order myself some food. Normally I don't order food, normally I always cook myself, but today I've got a weirdly strong craving for Subway. Now, I don't support eating at Subway. I don't think they're very sustainable, and also I always have very speedy digestion, let's say, the next day. However, today I just got a big craving. And I have to get some. I haven't had some for like a year from Subway. Used to go there every week when I was in school. I had a friend with whom I went like basically every day. Yeah, current favorite personnel. You're doing great so far. Thank you very much, Hassan. Let's keep progressing through. And let's see who's. Okay, they've got terrible ratings on my delivery service. Let's see if the other delivery service delivers it for cheaper. Apparently, it cost me 3 years to get it delivered. That is a bit frustrating. But to be fair, they are quite far away from it, so it's fair enough. Okay. Subway. They have it and it costs $2.90 and it has better reviews. I'm a simpleton and that is good enough for me. Okay, someone got cucumbers even though he doesn't like them. So they're not very attentive apparently with what they put in. Hopefully, oh wait, the last time I looked they didn't have the veggie option, which would be highly frustrating because I haven't eaten meat. Let's see. Meatless chicken teriyaki. Okay, they have it. Fantastic. They have a lot of things on offer as well. Minus 40%. Why is that? I love it. See, my girlfriend, and this is so weird to me, my girlfriend doesn't like sandwiches. Like, who doesn't like sandwiches? Like, sandwich is the best thing that's ever been invented, isn't it? Like, since sliced bread, they say. Which is also kind of a sandwich. Okay, there's just some which are available as a deal, is there? Let's see. I want a 30 centimeters because I can take that, which is foot long. Anyone who's not used to normal measurements. So we have got a game on this weekend and then a week's break. So basically everyone on the bench can come around. See, I'm tempted to play Tom Hegan just to make sure he doesn't complain because he's not too happy about not playing that much. That way we keep his match sharpness high. And his form up in a relevant game. It's also a bit of a pressure match because we're playing away against a team which is chasing us. So you know what? I'll do it. Tom Hegan is gonna play. Okay, let's get back to this though. Basically everyone here can be made available. One match, 90 minutes. Let's have a look. Is there anyone out here who's not available yet, who we want to be available? McLaughlin, yeah, I don't know why he never shows up. Seems to be always like this. Okay, and let's just go to the most fun bit of them all. Sorry that I'm not reacting to chat, by the way, because I'm busy ordering food and doing this and doing so many things at once. And they say men can't multitask. Jack Graham. We'll go in here. Gordon, Taylor, Volker, Wilson, how fit are you? Okay, so the Volker can play here. Switch these two around, I guess. Got so many players for the left back role. I don't know why it's not picking up on any of them. Let's switch this around. Blackstock here, Cochrane here. I think we're going to be pretty fast with this one this time. Colby Hunter. McLaughlin can practice being that right winger still, and Jackie Owens could be that attack midfielder. Is he learning it? Yeah, we're getting there. He's already awkward at it. Okay, food. Smashy delight, spicy veggie patty. I think I'm gonna have to meatless chicken teriyaki. Yeah. Meatless chicken teriyaki. Single, we don't want those unhealthy drinks. Thank you though. So I want a cheese oregano sandwich. Yes, please. Max does sport. You want a bread toast? What do you think? Of course. Well, I could put it in. Could put it in my oven. Do you know what I'm gonna do that? Put it in my oven. Okay, what do I want in it? I would like. I don't know actually. Salad, tomatoes, onion. I think that's solid. Nothing special. I hope you guys are enjoying me just sitting here ordering my food. I couldn't imagine why you wouldn't. But that's some Monterey-Janer Käse cheese. Sorry, it's in German because I'm in Austria. I am Austrian. As we've gotten a coach in for the B team, Wayne Devlin. Can you help the boys out, please? 6 defending, 9 level of discipline. He looks like a mad lad. All of them have the second nationality of Republic of Ireland. That's interesting. Does everyone have that in Northern Ireland? Northern Irish people are probably going to get very offended when even asking that. Definitely not. Okay, sauces. It's always very difficult. You know, when I'm there, I always pick like one half with the Chipotle Southwest whatever sauce, and one half with barbecue and chili sauce, because that's an awesome mixture. I don't know which is the one which gives me more of the speedy digestion, as I call it. But it's got to be Chipotle Southwest. It's got to be. Don't want any extras, thank you. Do you want anything to buy with it? No. Add to cart. And then we will, of course, go for some tasty cookies, because all cookies at Subway is yum. As this is funny, they've made it cheaper in such a way where it's not worth it, because if you buy 3 cookies, it costs, like if you buy 2 times 3 cookies, it costs less than buying 1 times 6 cookies. That's a bit of an error on their part. I'll buy 3 cookies. I will have 1. Okay, I will have 1 double chocolate cookie, 1 chocolate chip with rainbow candies cookie. Rainbow candies? No, I thought it was with the pink nuts. Okay, then we'll have double chocolate cookie, chocolate chip cookie, and a white chip macadamia nut cookie. Yes. I'm sorry that I'm tempting you with this, and then you're not even gonna get to see me enjoy my delicious order. But it's just what you have to deal with. You want me to log in? I don't never remember which email I signed up. Let me try this one. Okay, they want to send me an email to log in. Ooh, our B team win 3-0, and they stay off the bottom of the table. Even the Queens won simultaneously to them, as the top of the table team has already won qualification to whatever. And yeah, we'll continue progressing. Don't worry, I'll be back with the chat in a second. I'm almost done ordering. Just need to check my emails. The funny thing is that they're going to be here. I forgot. See, I always forget when I order something and I don't want it to arrive straight away. But I wanted to arrive. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, brain fart. But I wanted to arrive at a certain stage. I always forget to set that certain stage. Now it's going to arrive in like a month. Hopefully not too fast. But I think I'm going to do the rest with my phone. So what's been going on in chat since? At least program is the quality. I really want to. Wait, where did I go? I really want to Can I consider this club? Yeah, we did that. It's the first time for Swansea University in the top division as well. However, current favourite. You're doing great so far. Thank you, Hudson. Thank you. Okay. So, what's my phone saying? Oh, it's still loading. Please, can I pay you for my food? I'm not really hungry now that I'm thinking about it. This is not good. Let's try the other link, because they sent me 2 emails simultaneously, I don't know why. So the food delivery service here is called Yum. It's literally called Yum. Just a German equivalent to Yum. Try to find really cute. Pre-match press conference. This is a big game, isn't it? Let's attend the press conference. Let's kick it off. As we stand, you would require help from elsewhere if P.S.N.I are to earn promotion without the need for the players. Are you confident in your chance of everything coming together? Listen, there's a league stage after this. I don't know if you're aware of that. I don't think you are. I say I am hopeful of achieving promotion, but I realize help is needed. How do you reflect on the club's very successful journey since you first took over? It's something we should all be very proud of. Okay, lots of questions. We'll go through this quickly. Royal Park have been disappointing in the last 41 Premier Intermediate League this season. Have they? But as well as below expectations. Do you think there is a chance Royal Park could take all the points at Mill Meadow on Saturday? There is, yes. Every team we play has quality, but we're a good team too, and I'm sure they're worried about us. Saturday's match sees you go up against Myola's Park's newly appointed manager. They changed manager, Graham Arthur. Ahead of the match, how do you feel about your chances going up against an extremely experienced competitor? Smile warmly, I'm delighted for him, and I know we're going to be in for a real hard time. Let's see. Did we go through here? No, my phone is still... Please, I want to get my food. Why is this not working? Let's try sending a new one. They keep on sending me 2 links at the same time. I don't know why. Not working. Damn. So we played well against Banbridge. We're asking for more the same. Everybody knows what we have to keep working hard to put together a good sequence of result. What does it mean for Ben Mitchell to play against his former club? Oh, it's former club, Ben Mitchell. He played there for 3 years apparently. In pro, he'll play his game regardless of the reception he gets. Exactly. How important has the strong team spirit in P.S.N.I been to pick up form? Hugely important. It's been very important. As news to a turn slightly positive, I love to see it. Are you concerned that a defeat could see morale in the squad plummet? No, not really. I think they're well, they're fine. I don't think one loss can destroy this team's confidence. They're a close-knit bunch. Open our arms disarmingly. Reports are saying that you're quickly losing the support of the squad despite it being clear that there's a good camaraderie amongst the players. Can you talk about that? That's not true. We started with very low support, but we've turned that around actually. So that's just not true. I'm confident I have the full support of everyone at the club. Exactly. Do you have any sort of relationship with Graham Arthur? I don't know him, but I respect him as a manager and hope to get to know him more. Winning here could see P.S.N.I move into a playoff place. Oh yeah, it could. For the first time. That's something that gives your team extra motivation. Hopefully we can use the opportunity to pick up a head of steam and put ourselves in a strong position. Does Johnny Wilson have the key attributes to unpick Myola Park? He's a player we can rely on in these kind of games. With everything coming to a head in the title race, who do you think will become LUF 41 Premier Intermediate League champions? I don't think it's controversial at all to suggest it will be Banger. Why have you picked this team as your title favorites? Even though they have been dropping off lately, I feel like they should still get it done. They've put themselves in a fantastic position and I fancy them to go on and finish the job. Let's continue the summary, lead the press conference, and continue through here. And I will go to open the emails on my computer, and hopefully I'll be able to get the food delivered. Because I'm scared now. Okay, log in. We're on a training review. We can do this one. Yes, logging you in. Woohoo. Place the order. We're almost through it, don't worry. Johnny Wilson, get some praise. Bradley, yep, proving in balance. Like to see that. Craig Bryars, who's turned his career here around massively, because we have had, not the best times to start out with. Jamie Massey also continuing to improve and performing well. I like seeing that. Okay, I got really fortunate because the things were on sub were on offer, even though I didn't look out for that. I was just craving it. Thanks for ordering. How did you find out about this? I don't know. Your riders are everywhere, basically. Estimated delivery time's already in half an hour. Not ideal. Okay, thank you very much for bearing with me, my friends, through that. Time for a cup final, and the last stages of the league starts. The league has just been divided in two halves of 6 teams, and each team play against each other. Oh, so you've got 2 more tough challenges against the new Saints coming up. I keep my fingers crossed for you, my friend. Hopefully it'll all go well. So what are you saying? You're up by like 1 or 2 points going into that final stage. For an exact, I'm starting to get hungry. Sorry to have gotten you some ideas. Okay, now I think I can criticize players who haven't been improving enough again. Ben Gordon has even seemed to be getting worse. Or McLaughlin is learning a new position. Pretty well though, that's what I like to see. Riddler's been doing okay, especially for his age. John McGill has apparently improved. Rory's improving his training rating, which looked pretty bad initially. How did he perform last time out, actually, the first time playing as a CDM? Like an offensive midfielder at duty. He did well, 6.9, that's fine. Louis Blackstock hasn't improved. Kobe Hunter hasn't improved. Not good enough, lads. Jackie Owens hasn't improved. I think a lot of hopes on Jack Owens, to be honest. Tony Tumulty has been dropping off massively lately. He's turned 33 and not been dealing well with it. Chris Watts, disappointing that he's not starting, I guess. Okay, finally we're at the next game. So up with 4 points. And what is it, like 10 more games to go? 6. Come on, up by 1-0 in the 70th minute. Let's go. 2-0 25th minute. Keep it up, man. Ooh, I'm very hungry now. I need to wait another hour to eat, though. It was poor planning to book that early, but I want to make sure it's here on time. That's okay. No one opposes me, but still no one likes me. I want the people to like me, please. Please like me. No one's got a close relationship. So Henry Kappa's my adversary. He's not found a new club yet, has he? Oh, can clearly see who won that exchange. As you can see, Mr. Andrew Ferguson, who's our player coach, central defender, has already built a close relationship with me, as has Jakey Moore, that fantastic striker of ours, as does Johnny Wilson. Let's go. So I don't know why they don't support me. They just like me, I guess. As a person, they don't appreciate me as their manager. And yeah, finally, jumping into the match against Moyola Park. Tactical meeting. Follow that advice. They're playing a classic 4-4-2. It's an important win. It's a must not lose. If we don't lose it, then we secure our spot in the championship group to end the season, which would be absolutely massive. This is the team we're sending out there. I don't think I need to explain it whatsoever. Ferguson's always been getting so tired lately. Maybe we should give him a rest next league game before the cup. That's probably going to be the thing we should do, even though we don't necessarily want to do it. But we will assess that when we get to it. Hopefully we can by not losing this game here and securing top championship group spot. The pressure's all on them, so what do we have to lose? Go out and cause an upset? I guess we'll go for that talk, if you say so. 3-0 on 32 minutes. This should be done. Come on, you Swans. Let's go. Lil Poik in the chat, spurring on his Swans, looking to win the Welsh division ahead of the New Saints as an amateur club. What an achievement it will be. So, 99 people in attendance in our away time. We normally get more people than that, so we have a bigger fan base. You know, big police station. A lot of family coming in whenever we play. It's not the league table here. I don't know why it always disappears. There we go. Look at that table. Should we win it? With Donington being 2-0 down already, there's a chance that we could move up into second, although Limavady are now winning too, so that diminishes that chance quite significantly. But Queen's University are beating Donington 3-0 early on. That's really, really nice to see, and I need to focus on our match. Let us go positive. I think we are definitely controlling the game and can do that. I'm really tempted to switch that up as our normal approach to the game, because we seem to always be going positive now. Got lucky TNS didn't get to the final and playing Cardiff Met Uni. It's the cup final you're playing. I didn't get that before. 3-1, did I jinx it? No, you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Right? They have to show some character, your boys, now. They've got so far. They should be able to see this out. As Kelly's in. Oh, that's an early goal conceded. Apparently, he's onside. Not an early goal conceded, but against the run of play. Just kind of falls over the top. Defense called napping. Taggart plays into Smith. He just goes over the top. Defense should have had enough time to get there. He's surrounded by men, but he just needs to get one touch off. He does very well to finish that one. Hegan was right in front of him. And that is frustrating. Very much against the run of play. Encourage the boys, hopefully pick up their spirits. Don't let their heads drop. So see, it's just 1 point within the top half. Going into the last day of the initial league stage. This could spell trouble. Johnny Wilson's taking a knock. It's not what we need right now. Neo. Hassan said he'll be fine in the chat, but Lil Point just won 3-2. I can see the second goal in the 92nd minute, but he did get out of it alive. He won the cup. Congratulations, Lil Point, to a Welsh Cup win. I feel like that kind of officially makes you the at least fourth best side in Wales behind, you know, Cardiff City, Swansea City, and what's the other club playing in the English league? No, Wrexham actually, but no, Newport. Newport's there. Yeah, the third best team in Wales, I would say. First cup win ever in the club's history. That's insane. Well, congratulations to you and your team then. So what have we been doing wrong? Nathan Riddle has riddled me once more. Trent Wilson's not done too well. I think I have enough reason to take him off anyways. Nick Tarkington has not done too well either recently. I think we've been unlucky though, that much I will say. And I think what we're going to do is pull back Tony Tumulty and let him play as a central midfielder on attack. And bring in Jackie Owens in an attacking midfielder role. Just let him spray some passes and hopefully Tumulty make some good runs behind him. As William Rory seems to have profited from the switch to being a defensive midfielder. Seems to have given him a new lease of life. Just the one change. Let's jump into the second half and see how we do. Currently a 1.5 star coach rating. So, that's huge. What is that? Like a 25% reputation. And now Irish Topside just took my striker right before the end of the week. Yeah, at least it wasn't before the cup final. I hope you'll be somehow able to replace him, whether that's from within your squad or from elsewhere. I don't know if you're allowed to bring in players right now. If you're an amateur side, maybe you are, but probably not able to register them. I don't know how it is in Wales. So we've not done much this second half. Andrew Ferguson has already got very poor conditioning, but he's playing a very good game. Hegan is anxious. Don't like seeing that, but it's not like we're gonna swap out our keeper all of a sudden. Jakey Moore, 6.2 is not looked up to it, but that's the thing with him. You never know. He might just pop up late. So we'll keep him out there towards the latter stages. Think about taking him off. There's not really a position which can influence the game going forward that I'd be happy to make a change in. And I could take off Nathan Riddle, but that would mean just bringing a more defensive play on. That's not what we want to do right now. Make him a wing back, actually, make him more attacking. Maybe that helps his performance. We'll make William Warrior defensive midfielder on support. We'll go attacking. See if these joint changes help us out at all. We'll encourage the boys. Hopefully that picks up Hegan's mentality. Riddle with a delivery. It's headed clear, but we pick it back up. Jake Moore, our striker, dropping deep. That was a terrible ball. Smith heads clear. Tuckerton picks it up here. He slides someone through. No, he plays in Briars with another good delivery and more from outside the box. He headed that. Let's switch up to extended highlights. Important game towards the latter stages of it. As Andrew Ferguson picks up a yellow. Ay. He has to come off, doesn't he? Doesn't really seem to be anything forward. Tarkington will push forward. I don't want him to get injured. We'll bring on Jack Graham for Andy Ferguson. We'll stop preventing a short goalkeeper distribution though, because we don't have the arrow presence in defense now any longer. No, we'll make Riddle a fullback on attack instead. That would mean that Turkington can still like run into the wide areas without that area being taken away from him. We'll distribute quickly to put in a bit more urgency, and we will also that take short kicks. You wanted to take short kicks if you're better with your feet. I forgot to switch that up for Tom Heek in this game. That's all we'll do for now. Come on, boys. Some more encouragement. Responded well in terms of their body language. Will they respond well on the pitch? Doesn't look like we're doing much. I think it's time for another striker. How do we set ourselves up then? Should we take Tony Tumulty off? Let's just take him off, bring Tumulty up in here. Attacking midfielder on attack. Rory as a central midfielder. Ball-winning midfielder on support, maybe. Yeah, sure. Let's go a bit wider. I don't know what I'm doing at this stage. We'll counter press. Press them a bit higher up. Trap them inside. We're just clicking buttons at this stage, hoping something will stick. Right now, my only striker except Tyler Walker is 43-year-old assistant. So if Tyler gets injured or leaves the club, I'm done. Now my keeper just signed by a League One side, and my only keeper left is a 17-year-old. Looks like it's falling apart for you, little boy. I keep my fingers crossed for you, but doesn't sound too good. It's not looking too good for us either, as it looks like this is going to be a highlight for our position. But Riddlehead's cleared, maybe, just maybe. Noah drops back. McGalvan, and that has gone wide. Never looked too worrying, to be honest. I don't know what I could do still. Okay, I was just checking if we can even still make a substitution. We could. I don't know what I'd bring on at this stage though. Let's bring on McLaughlin, see if he can with his vision take apart their defense. There's a deep line playmaker on support. Riddle can go in the wing back on attack role. And it does very much feel like kitchen sink time. Just throwing everything forward that we have because nothing seemed to work. I'm not going to go any wider than that. Yeah, confirm those changes. Demand more. Damn it. This is going to be end of game highlight, isn't it? Half a minute left. Take it back to key highlights for the next match. Fucking Donuts leaving right when something leave fight for the title. Yeah, I don't understand it, to be honest. Like, you know, they could sign a contract and then leave at the end of the season because like they have still some competitive football to play with you, and obviously for the other clubs they can't be registered anyways right now. Starting was offside there, and final whistle goes. 1-0 defeat against, what do they call Moyota Park, something like that. Proud of your efforts, even if it wasn't to be today. That is painful and makes it very, very interesting and tight going to the last game of the normal league season. We sit on 31 points after 21 games. 6 just behind us on 30. Moyola Park on 30 as well. So unless these two teams play against each other, there's still very much a good chance they could catch up with us should we fail to win. We're playing at home against Distillery. Should be a good opportunity for us to pick up some points, but also it's just before an important cup game, so maybe the players' minds will be elsewhere. And also we want to rest some players for that. I'm not sure how to go about it now. It's January, so every club is after. It's January still. Why did you play the cup final in January then? That's odd. No, it doesn't make sense then why they're leaving. Jake Moore is going to get told off. Poor performance out there. Just goes missing some games. Such a good striker, but some games he just goes missing. Yeah, we'll criticize him squandering chances. 4 shots after all. Bradley, yep. Gonna get told off as well. You know, that's a bit harsh on him. My first game out of 10 is in 2 days versus TNS. Perfect. Here's hoping, my friend. Here's hoping. Get it out of the way early. Hey, if you get a draw, 4 points ahead of them, with just 1 more game against them to go, could be actually very good for you. Nick Tarkenton will spare the criticism. Johnny Wilson, Hopefully Johnny Wilson isn't injured. We subbed him off, didn't we? Because he's showing signs of an injury. Ben Mitchell. That was not good enough. Okay, this is worrying now because Hegan was the guy I trusted for the cup game, and he just for a pretty poor performance there. I don't know why. I wouldn't blame him for the goal. We could see that's actually it's fine. It was his last game. Goalkeeper was not good enough. He didn't have a chance of saving that one. And there's not much more you can ask at goalkeeper's level and to save shots basically. I'm not going to go to the press conference there because we're bitter. Watt's facing confidence crisis because he hasn't scored in a while. I'll tell him that the team should help him. You haven't scored recently, but I have every faith in you to get back to scoring ways. To be honest, I think I've done okay. Not sure what you're expecting. I hate it when the last talk goes badly with a player. Maybe he'll want to prove me wrong out of spite. Let's hope he will. So, Ben Mitchell is suspended, which is not good. Played Jack Graham instead of him, but we want to play someone instead of Andrew Ferguson as well. Let's see who's the best in the air for our defenders. None of them really are good. Louis Wilson kind of, but he scares me overall. Let's give Lavolka a run out. Who's got a better? Both are right only, aren't they? Weak and weak. Okay, we'll play Lavolka on the left-hand side because he's got the no-nonsense centre-back approach. So it doesn't really matter which footness he is. He's not going to try to pull off any passes. Anyways, he's just going to bang and clear. I'm happy that TNS is not getting involved in getting my players. If it was TNS, I would just take all my players and give them minimum salary. Yeah, definitely. And that will work probably because, all of them, they get paid for playing football instead of not before. I would be so brutal. Does TNS ever do that in real life when anyone challenges them? Probably do, don't they? Okay, so it will change this. I'd be tempted to just change everyone around. Just to make sure we get through. So every backup player I have a little bit of faith in. His personal instructions without getting further forward, please. Everyone with a little bit of faith in, we will play, even just a little bit. And I think that's almost everyone. Tarkington doesn't really have a replacement. Bradley Yip doesn't have a replacement I have faith into. And Tony Tumulty is always going to get replaced by Jackie Owens. Chris Watts can go in for Jake Moore. Bench will leave with the starters. That's fair enough, I think. Instead of Tony Tumulty, we'll have Johnny Wilson, McLaughlin, Jake Moore. And for those two players who are going to start, they're going to get at least a day's rest. Yeah, let's go to the game against Distillery. Just saw that TNS got knocked out of the other cup as well, and I'm currently in the quarterfinals in that cup, so I've got a huge chance of getting another title. Oh, the fixture's gonna congestion might just kill you though if you go hard for that. Jacob apologizes, good to see you. Bradley Yip accepts. Ben Mitchell apologizes. Tom Hegan apologizes. Good. Now I also want to see you turn my opinion around on the pitch, not just show yourself regretful of it. What was that? Cristiano Ronaldo finds a way in the Euro Championship qualifiers. So I'm still praying for Portugal after the World Cup. That's incredible. Yeah, or if some club starts taking my players again. Yeah, of course. And that makes it even harder to deal with fixture congestion because you're just running out of players. And I've also just missed the pen v Mexico. Thank you very much for the update. I know it's meant in good faith, but the idea of the streams here is that we're kind of boycotting the FIFA World Cup, so I would ask you not to put any updates on on-pitch performances or on-pitch happenings in the channel. Obviously, since we're boycotting the channel, we're happy to talk about everything that's happening off the pitch, because there's a reason why we're boycotting it. But in this chat, please no discussions about what's going on there. Yeah, no worries. I'm just informing you. And you know, if it's not the right vibe for you that way, if you want to talk about what's happening whilst you watch a chill stream, then feel free to move somewhere else. I don't have any problems with that. And I hope you don't mind that either. But that's kind of the idea of the stream series. We're boycotting the World Cup. At least I am. I don't expect it of all of my viewers. Anyone who wants to hang out here, I'd love to have them around. Training schedule for coming weeks. Police Service of Northern Ireland. Fortnightly staff meeting. Yeah, let's go. These are so exciting. Matthew Hanna plays 1-2s. Work on that later. Jamie Massey has trained really well recently, and he looks like he's making good on his potential. Let's see what it says in his potential. Could improve a lot still. Okay. I'm pleased to report Bradley Yip's experience of playing at a high level has helped us further his development, but his progress stat shows that he has gone down. Interesting. But in attributes he has improved, so that's good. Nathan Riddle has been playing quite well. Last 5 games 7.12. Yeah, sure, we'll praise them for that. Hopefully they won't take it the wrong way. Thanks, boss. Bradley, yep, what are you saying? Thanks, boss. I've been pleased with my performance lately and will continue trying to impress. Good to see. Just won against the New Saints 3-0. No way! No way you did! 3-0 victory against the New Saints. I put you 7 points clear with 9 matches to go. Just one of these against the New Saints. Oh, you must believe. Oh, you must believe at that stage. So hoping you'll do it. Are you going to finish it tonight, the season? So, 1st of April, no April Fools here. We're going to play against Lisbon Distillery at home. rotate the team quite significantly, but still hoping to get a result. Imagine a triple in the first season in the club's history in the first division. My God, I didn't know there was two like national level cups in Wales as well. So one like the League Cup and the other is like the other one. But yeah, that would be such a huge achievement. Triple in your first season. That would be massive. Going to finish the season today. All right, good luck with it, my friend. I'm not sure how far we'll get. It probably depends on if we progress in the cup or not. But we might just be able to finish the season today. Ah, perfect. My delivery is late. Couldn't be a better day for that to happen. They apologized very sincerely. That's nice. And the question is, should I stay and go for Champions League or just leave at the peak? Just leave at the peak, my friend. Because you start in the first qualifying round, you're probably going to get smashed in that one. And if not, I mean, obviously you can drop down to the Europa League qualifying. If you qualify for European group stage competition, which, you know, it's very hard to drop out of Europe. I think you only need to win like 2 rounds of qualifying. If you start in the Champions League qualifying, maybe 3, and got so many goals at it, obviously that would be huge. I mean, you want to see how it goes, don't you? You want to see how it goes. No, no, actually, I'm thinking about it. I think you should go, if you get there, I think you should go through qualifying. Yeah, probably we're like a shit League 2 team right now. Yeah, that's probably fair enough assessment. No, but I think you should go for qualifying, because the thing is, if you go job hunting after that, should you not succeed, you just leave the club. Then you typically, when you go job hunting in like September, October, once managers have been sacked, you get a way better opportunity to get jobs like above what you'd normally expect to get. You know, if you transfer in the summer, they kind of have a bit more calm and composure in terms of who they sign. And then when they're struggling, they would be more interested, like more desperate to get a lower class manager in, and, you know, build them back up that season and then keep going the next one. I think actually you should stick it out if you get. Then obviously if you qualify for it, then stay, just have a bit of fun having a semi-professional team at that stage, probably team in a European competition. Maybe they'll turn professional as soon as you qualify for European group stage, actually. The top 50 best wonder kids in the world. Let's see. So we've got Jude Bellingham and Xavi Simons. Ben Šeško for Salzburg. Wirtz. Is Šeško's transfer to Leipzig? Yeah, it's arranged in the game as well. Wirtz. So there's no huge surprises here. Where do I all go? Who's that? Do you have any? There's another where do I all go? I don't remember. Okay. Oh, we've got an Austrian. Paul Werner. Let's go, boy. He's already picked up a cap. Contrary to Bayern. I've never heard of this kid. I feel like I need to look him up. He played 6 times for Bayern. I need to look this kid up. Wow. Lots of players I don't know, but anyone with an Austrian affiliation, actually. That's what I'm interested in. Oh, an Australian. Or is he New Zealand? Okay, I never know that. The 2 flags of how. Do forgive me for that, please. Turkish lad. Oh, that Austrian. Dijon Kamari. I was also out of him. Yeah, he plays for my local team after all. Okay, that's all the Austrian connection I can find. And if we look here, this is where our players are. We don't quite have Wonder Kid in our team so far. Jude Bellingham winning it deservedly, of course. As the restricted transfer closes. What, there was like a restricted transfer window still going on. I didn't even know about that. Yeah, and I don't even have a contract as well, so I can just leave when I want without any payments. Exactly, and I'm not sure how that is registered, but that will probably also mean that you it won't be considered as you just leaving your club mid-season, because sometimes clubs throw that against you, that he kind of just left the club mid-season, like when you go for job interviews, leaving them in, not necessarily the best position. The two players with a contract. These are the only players with a contract, like a part-time contract with the club. All the other players have a non-contract, or we don't pay them a fixed wage. Are running out this season, and I'm not sure if we're going to prolong any of them. So Mark Whitford is not a starter, 34 years old, not really earned it. Chris Watts, it's not, like, has been pushed out of the first team by Jake Moore. Again, not really earned it. And Tom Hegan has looked good whenever he's played, most of the time at least. But we have that young goalkeeper, so he's not going to be our first choice for long. He's not even really now anymore, but I like him as a backup option. I'm not sure if I want to entrust that role onto John McGill, but we'll take the decision later. Obviously, it'll also depend on what our director of football thinks, because he's mainly in charge of these things. As we have a press conference, and this is a very important match, so we will attend it real quick. Bradley Yip has had a fine start to his P.S.N.I career, turning in consistently impressive performances in his first few matches for the club. I'm pleased that he has hit the ground running, and I think the fans are too, definitely, because he needed to, because our other right winger had left, and even though he was only ever planned to be a backup, he's doing a fine job being a starter. So still we have enough about them to spring a surprise or two when the teams get out there. They're a team that always has the potential to mix it up. I don't know too much about them. I'm not expecting anything unusual. We know what we're up against. Point the finger. We know it, as Neil Stewart is encouraged by that. Good to see, my friend. Johnny McCall has been one of the Steelers' best players this season. Where would they be without him, in your opinion? So he's a winger, 6.86 average rating, but getting 6 goals. I say he's always front and center and the best of what they do, but it's probably unfair on the rest of the teammates to single him out. Yes. Given Jack Graham doesn't seem to be a great style fit for this team at the moment, are you happy to use him against the Distillery? What do you mean he's not a great style fit? He's a fantastic style fit. He's a centre back, isn't he? Yeah. I don't know what the problem he has with him. I see no reason why he can't be trusted. Exactly. Can we expect mass change for this one with the big match against Tabor around the corner? Look, we'll change it a little bit. We'll change it quite heavily, actually. I feel this is a good opportunity for certain players to play and impress. I hope it doesn't all go tits up, because we do still want to qualify for the championship playoff round, and also possibility to still be in a promotion fight. But I think we've just got to prioritize the cup. We've got a way better chance of having any success in there this season around. Obviously, the promotion would be much bigger, but even if we got that second place, which is a huge if, we would still have to beat the team in the playoff, because obviously it's just a playoff spot and they come from the division above, so that's going to be hard. So 4-1 win versus Cardiff met Uni, 8 games to go. Perfect. You still got that 7-point gap to the new Saints, I guess. Okay, my delivery has been delayed slightly again. Hopefully it will not continue like this for much longer, but a little would be fine. These players are continuing to put in good performances in training. You'll love to see that. And I will say this now, this will be the last game of the stream. We'll do the cup tie in the next stream in an hour and a half's time, when the last match of the day goes live. But let's see first how the league ends up. I'd also be interested to see, oops, sorry, when would the cup final be? Should we get the schedule? On the 9th of May, so quite a ways away. But let's just first make sure we get there, and first and foremost, let's make sure we get into the top, like the championship group of the league. There's always a risk before a big game like the cup tie on Tuesday that your players kind of have a focus on that. So I actually think it's not a bad idea to rotate the team around ahead of it, because the players who get given a chance and normally wouldn't expect to, they have a bit of something to prove. 2-1 win with Barnatown. My God, you're shooting through the season. How are you doing that? My processing speed wouldn't even be that fast. So what is that? 7 points dead? 7 games to go? Ooh, you're looking good. You're looking very good at that stage. Just don't lose out on the momentum. Oh my god, 2 players who pose us now again. Why? I've done so well. Sorry that we lost the last match, but it really wasn't my fault. Any problems? So Johnny Woods still thinks that we're lacking depth at attacking midfield. That's fair enough. Chris Watts is starting to develop our case concerned how I treated him because I criticized his form because he hadn't scored in a while. Tom Hegan is not technically playing. I still don't understand what Whitfield has for an agenda against me. It's probably because of his playing time, but he's not actively saying it's about his playing time. So all the match happens simultaneously as Moloya Park, who still need to overturn a 1-point deficit on us, play away against Limavady, which is a very difficult tie. Limavady sitting second in the table. Tavama, who were playing midweek and are also, still looking to catch us, are at home against Banbridge, bottom of the table. So they have a very good chance of overtaking us. Moyola Park have a bit of a more uphill battle, but we won't have to worry about it so long as we win our game. So let's just go out and do that. This is the team we're going to be sending out there. Players ready and raring to go. And yeah, highly rotated team. We'll see how it pans out. For the next match, we'll stop preventing the short goalkeeper distribution because we don't really have the kind of players in the backline who will win those aerial duels on a super regular basis. And we shall go to the match. Just got a new laptop so I can finally play with fast pace. I mean, they're going super fast. I thought the first is a match we should be winning. Make sure we do. Come on, boys. So with it being the last match of the stream and of quite high importance, we shall put it to extended highlights and see what happens here. In the meantime, I'll quickly check what my delivery time says. Okay, in 5 to 10 minutes. But the guy hasn't left. Has he left yet? I don't know. I think he's left, yes. The place. The subway. Not like the actual tube, because there is no subway in Salzburg, which is where I'm from. But like the subway, the restaurant. As fast fire falls with them. Good shot from a edge of box position, but not really threatening. Dollingston have laid their claim to that second spot for the moment. See how that develops. Good tackle by Turkington. Can't keep hold of the ball though. And it's been them in the opening exchanges. Massey not too convincing with that save, but does get it down. And I do want to, now I remember, change something about his distribution because he's currently distributing to Lavorka, who's set to just pump the ball long. We will distribute to Cochrane. No. Whitford. None of these players are good in possession, are they? Okay, we will tell him to throw it long and throw it to our playmaker, Matthew Hanna. He's good at possession. I don't know how often you'll find him. It's a bit of a dangerous tactic to approach in terms of ball distribution. As we can see, they have started this game on fire and controlling us largely. Not something we're used to. We've typically gone to a positive approach in the match lately. I don't know if that's the way to go here, or if we should go cautious and stay unbalanced. But I think in before we concede an early goal, it's safer to go for a cautious approach. See how the game develops from there. Ooh, estimate delivery time in 2 minutes. Food is almost here. As they are on the attack again. McKee's got it. Finds McCaw. McKee. Smith down wide. Oh, they played that so well. And Mr. Shearer is up front for them and scores. Another 2-1 against the team in third place. Lilpoy keeping on winning, looking for that Welsh League title. We are, however, continuing to lose by the looks of it. And they just combined around us so well. One-touch football. Barcelona in their prime. And yeah, gotta hold our hands up. Not much we can say about it. We're not going to stay cautious with that being the surrounding circumstances. We're going to go to positive actually and see if we can create some more with that switch. I will encourage team to begin with, but probably going to get a bit more sharper with them in terms of my feedback soon enough. As Turkington, good free kick opportunity. He scores! Let's go! Is that his first goal since we've come in? I don't know if he scored before, but yes, let's go, my man. Beautifully done into the top corner. He's benefiting from Mr. Riddle not being on the bench, on the pitch, so he can take the corner. It's time for cup quarterfinal against the team we just played against. Third in the league as well, in a cup where TNS have dropped out. How have TNS dropped out of both like cups without playing them, by the way? That's insane. Imagine a Welsh season without the new Saints winning a single trophy. That's what you could achieve. Not just that you win all 3 of them in your first season. But yeah, do we still have a chance for promotion? Yes, we do. It's very minor, just for the promotion players. Although Bang are dropping off, but we're not doing anything to catch them up. But first of all, we need to make sure that we're in the top half of the table right now. So we're part of the championship group, because if we're part of the relegation group, then obviously we're not going to be allowed to catch up even if we would do points-wise. As McCaw is in, and that's been made so easy for him. And a fantastic save by Massey prevents him from scoring. McKee's going to deliver. In the corner. Yep. Oh, my food is here. I'll be back in a second. Hello? I seem to have lost the cable of my headphones, and I didn't think they weren't. I have the like Bluetooth wireless connector in the back connected to the computer. I don't think it works though. Apparently it does. Don't need a cable connection. That's relaxed. I could have kept on talking to you whilst I got my food. It would be insane. Yeah, Little Fox says in chat, it would be insane if Wales Welsh season ends with the new Saints not having won a single trophy and him winning all 3 of them. So a ball has just been back delivered in from McKee after the corner. Now I have no idea what's going to happen here. I had it clear. Okay, good. Woo. Let's back out to McKee. Come on, put some pressure on Led. Massey saves it in the end. But they've looked definitely the better team here today. So Massey goes for the long hit. Not necessarily what we've instructed him to do, but I understand if he doesn't always want to go for what we've instructed him to do. Bennett tries to dribble around the outside of Diven. Back inside to Mr. Lynch. McKee hits it over. Just got a red card at 20 minutes, but scored in the 25th minute. Oh no, 1-1 in the cup quarterfinals. It's not let it slip now, boys. So yeah, this hasn't been going great here today. Currently, we still sit in 5th. A couple more are winning, but Queens are losing. And Loyola have just equalized against Limavady. It's on a knife's edge right now. Queens are away to Bangor. I mean, it would be so good if Queens are the team that drops out our rivals. 2-1 down in the cup and a man down. Good luck out there, little boy. I mean, you know, it's still ensured that the new Saints aren't going to win it, but obviously that's not going to be that much of a consolation should you drop out at this stage. okay, all the players this game. So Jamie Massey is not doing well in terms of his distribution, which kind of makes sense. 3-1 in the 70th minute. Sorry you had to hear that. It's kitchen sink time, my friend. Just throw everything forward. Okay. Jack Graham somehow has delivered 2 key passes from centre back, which is quite incredible. Mark Whitford has been doing very well, captaining the side out there today. Cochrane. Bradley Yip's not looked up to speed. Go to the dressing room and say, keep going. No. I'm disappointed with the quality of our passing so far. This is when we've had little possessions for. Things have to improve. That's what I will say. And we will switch Hannah up to be a deep line playmaker. So hopefully he'll drop deeper so that we can set this to distribute to playmaker and roll it out. Hopefully he'll drop deeper so that Massey can find him. That's the idea. We'll continue that part of our approach. We'll go back into the second half balanced and then decide what we do from there. No changes for now, but I will definitely start thinking about them if we continue to be dominated so much. Look, it makes sense. We've got to rotate the team out there. Not all of them are up to match sharpness, so it's fair enough that we're struggling so much, even against a team which we should be comfortable against. 1-3 full time, so Liverpool did drop out of the cup in the end. Full focus on the league until title now, and time to release the centre back that got the red card. Hey, if you have enough men to cover him, then get rid, my friend. As Queen's University getting beaten 3-1 right now, but we need to stay leveled if we have to stay above them. There's still, of course, there is that Moyola Park are going to get the winning goal against the Mavadias. Things are still leveled there. Next highlight falls with them on the attack, but we do win it back. Hannah now dropping deeper in the deep line playmaker role. Lavorka with a very non-league pass. Yip is in. Lavorka found his run so well. Yip took it down beautifully and then just didn't even work the keeper. Free kick here, Tarkington. Yes, Tarkington. He's shown himself to be quality so far on these. In this match. He goes for goal again and he forced a good save out of Mr. Kerry in goal. Good effort there. Kerry goes for the long hit. Dive in, controls it. Again, very much Route 1 stuff, but Watts picks it up. Can he find Yip? Yip is in again. Please! He scores! Let's go, Bradley! Yip! Woohoo! It's not been his best game, but it won't matter if that is the goal that separates the sides. Let's go. Watts just waits calmly for him to make that run. The lines all of a sudden disappear off the free kick, and Yip just slots it in so calmly. He's got a bit of composure in front of goal sometimes, not all the time. Let's see, that is... Okay, it hasn't updated yet. Let's wait for it to update then. That puts us into 4th spot. 3 points behind that promotion playoff spot. And yeah, mainly, most importantly, in the top half, which would be so huge for us for coming back from 1-0 down. Ronaldo has just left Manchester United in real life. Is that official now? I thought that was kind of already announced somehow, that he's been sacked or something. So did they just agree to terminate his contract? I'm really interested what happens to him now. What a sad story, honestly. When United terminate his contract. Really. He's it's what's made him great is his drive and his determination and him always thinking he's the best and everything needs to be built around him and that everything around him needs to be perfect because he's the best, he deserves the best. And now that he's not quite the best anymore, that's kind of what comes to his downfall. But I would also argue that he's been shown not that much trust by Erik ten Hag. I know that Erik ten Hag kind of needs to change the system to get him in, but I think Ronaldo could have still been top goal scorer in the Premier League, like Haaland in brackets. We'll see how far he goes this season. If a system was built around him at Manchester United. I understand that Erik ten Hag is a system manager and he doesn't want to build a system around him because he's got his own ideas. But I'm just saying, like, I think, you know, he's not as bad a player as he looks right now, today. It's just sad to see, you know. Because like I'm neither Ronaldo nor Messi fan. If you ask me, Messi's the better player at the end of the day. But what a career! What a fantastic footballer! And then it has to end like this. It's just so sad. But it kind of has to end like this because that's what was always going to happen. Because he's just too determined. He wants too much. He expects too much, and doesn't understand that he himself is part of the problem why it can't happen now. But hey, you never know. He might just go elsewhere and prove them all wrong. Maybe Chelsea will sign him. As Tarkington has a huge chance here. Yeah, maybe Chelsea will go on and sign him now. Which, you know, if they're new American owners, they want to do something for the brand, and signing Ronaldo would definitely be good for the brand. Quite an interesting situation. So another goal here to secure it would be kind of good. Yep. I would kind of like to bring off our wingers. Oh no, they're in here. Sure. Oh, we've got a defender backtracking, and he lashes at it. Yeah, I kind of like to bring off our wingers, but because we don't really have any wingers available to back them up, it will mean that we have to bring in very makeshift players, and I'm not confident doing that. We haven't got the game, you know, under full control. So we'll just slow it down so that at least they don't burn that much energy. Oh, we do have Nathan Riddle. I can bring on Nathan Riddle for Tarkington. Yeah, that's a good idea. Tarkington can have a rest. Nathan Riddle plays that a bit more conservative winger on support role. He's more our left back normally, but it's a good option to have. Also be tempted to bring up Jack Graham, but Andrew Ferguson has like really deserved the rest of a full game out there today, if you ask me. I think I might bring on Johnny Wilson because he also needs a bit of match sharpness because he went off with an injury before. It's fair enough to give him a couple of minutes this game, like before, I mean. Last match out. And that's what we'll leave it at for now. Yeah, I think we'll go to Sporting or just retire after the World Cup. No, I don't think he'll retire. He's just still got a fight left in him. Even if he wins it, he's still got a point to prove. I would be so surprised if he retires. I think he's more likely to go to MLS if that built his brand, play some competitive football. But I don't think he's done with Europe. I think he's gonna, you know, have to take quite a big pay cut because I don't think Sporting necessarily wants him, but he's gonna find a home somewhere in Europe. Like, I can't believe no one would want him. I know football clubs have gone smarter, and he's not giving a good impression of being like the most professional player to have around. But maybe he's also talked with a club beforehand who's kind of got an agreement with, saying that I'm going to do this to kind of get out of this club. As oh my god, Shearer has almost put them leveled. I'd be really surprised if he does anything in the direction of retiring, and by that I mean also if he goes to MLS or something. So Jack Graham's just not looking good enough. We'll bring him in Andrew Ferguson. He's not going to get that 4 games rest I was hoping to be able to give him. Oh, that means we can do our distribution to Andrew Ferguson though, which is very nice. We can, no, we're not going to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Go cautious. There's always a risk of inviting too much pressure, but I think it's better to have the men behind the ball. That way, at least you know you tried everything. Don't think he can go to a match right now. Don't think he can get into the UK. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. The allegations, or like the court case against him. I don't know what the status is on that. But true, he's not allowed to go to MLS. China's not an option anymore. That's interesting. But as I said, I don't think he's done with Europe anyways. We're not going to do a final sub yet. Okay, Shearer's been called offside there. It's just another 5.5 minutes we have to get through. Let's look at the momentum bar swinging heavily their way right now. The highlight falling here, 1 minute of normal time to go. Don't know how much is going to be added yet. But normally it's a lot, especially when you go time wasting so early on. McCaw is in down that right hand side. He shoots. Ooh, that was an interesting effort with his left foot. Luckily he misses. +3. We're gonna do the crazy thing and take off Bradley. No, we're not. It feels so stupid to do that. It's always been an option countering as well. Okay, we'll bring on William Worry. Kill some time. Bring an experienced head into the game. Surely that won't hurt us. Oh, please see these out, boys. 5 games left and 5 points ahead of New Saints. Did you pick up a draw just now? Okay, free kick. I thought it was a penalty. This is not looking good with a 1-3 and a 1-1 result in the last two. Oh, okay, 2 bad results. Hey, 5 games, 5 points, you'll still be able to do that. You can lose to them, pick up another draw, and win the other 3. Like, I know, it's looking negative right now after the last few results, but you'll be fine. Shearer was offside there. Yes, full time whistle. Let's go. Woo! We win the match. We're in the top part of the division. We're also 3 points within that relegation playoff, promotion playoff spot, which is huge. I'm very happy we got the result despite not being at our best. That's what matters the most. Like the result is, and that's a wonderful way to end this stream. Don't worry, we'll be back in an hour's time once the next match comes live of the World Cup. But I think there's not much more we need to add here. Look at that. Let's see what the schedule is going to be like once we advance through here. The Northern Irish Cup is still going on with Linfield winning against H&W Welders. Press conference about to begin. We'll send the assistant to that one. I don't like the post-match press conferences. Love 41 Premier League prepares for next stage after split. The biggest surprise for many has been Police Service of Northern Ireland, that's us, whose fine performance have seen them soar past expectation to take 4th place. If we look at our general, our immediate prediction was 12th. So finishing bottom of the table, we have secured a spot in 4th and in the championship group. Starts on the 8th of April, so next weekend already. So no time to rest. Let's have a look what the schedule says. Ooh, we've got a tight fixture schedule here, which is tricky because we don't have any rotation options. So we've got 3 away ties, which is very unfortunate, and 2 home ties. Starting away against Dollingstown, who sit in 2nd. This is going to be a task too far for us. Like, I know we're just 3 points out right now, 10 points out of 1st, but like with 5 games to go, no chance of getting that. But I don't think it's going to happen. But we'll see how that goes next stream, as well as seeing how our match against Tobermoor in the Cup, of course, goes, which will be very, very interesting. For now, thank you very much for watching. I'm not going to do a raid, just one viewer. Like, I think it's just better to leave it up to you what you do for the next hour, and hopefully we'll see each other then. And in the meantime, good luck with your adventure in Wales.